Our Jeremy Lee spoke with Mr. Kennedy about the reasons given for his exclusion so far from the biggest stage in politics in this Island News exclusive.
The first televised presidential debate will be held 3 months earlier than it was in 2020. With President Biden and President Trump set to meet for the first time to debate this month, what has to happen for you to be on that stage as well?
One of those criteria is that I have to be polling at 15 points or higher. CNN's own poll is among those, which shows me at, I think, 16%.
Quinnipiac has Kennedy at 16% as well. Marquette Law School has Kennedy polling at 17%, but a Monmouth poll at 18% isn't being counted by CNN, even though Monmouth appeared on its list. And the network is presenting a second obstacle.
The other criteria is that the candidates need to be on the ballot in sufficient states to gain 270 electoral votes.
An impossibility for all the candidates.
Because this debate is being held in the middle of summer, scheduled to be held in June, it would not make sense to use that kind of criteria. But CNN instead essentially copied the same criteria that the Commission on Presidential Debates uses
for debates historically held in late September after nominating conventions. CNN responded to a request to clarify the potential 270 electoral vote criteria. As the presumptive nominees of their parties, both Biden and Trump will satisfy this requirement. Per CNN, that presumption isn't afforded to RFK. The mere application for ballot access does not guarantee that he will appear on the ballot in any state.
The problem that CNN has is that neither President Trump or President Biden is on any state ballot. They both have expectations that they're going to win the Democratic and Republican nominations, respectively. But that's not guaranteed.
Notre Dame election law professor Derek Muller agrees.
Joe Biden and Donald Trump are on the ballot in 0 states right now. It's not until they formally receive the nomination, and then once their state parties submit those names to the Secretary of State to appear on the ballot.
We checked in with the state of California, who today appears on the ballot. Trump, Biden, Kennedy. The California Secretary of State's office does not certify candidates until August 29, 2024. We also contacted the Hawaii Office of Elections. We don't have any official candidates right now, so parties may make the ballot early. Candidates are only certified later on. The presumptive nominee designation appears only in CNN's justification. The Commission of Presidential Debates answers this question: are the major party nominees automatically invited to participate in the CPD's debates? No. The same standards of criteria apply.
Making presumptions or speculating about what's going to happen is also not really objective criteria. The Commission on Presidential Debates, when it holds a debate in September or October, knows who's appeared on the ballot. CNN today doesn't and has to sort of engage in these presumptions in order to make sure that Biden and Trump qualify under the standards, even though technically they do not.
A recent Quinnipiac poll found that more than 7 out of 10 voters plan to watch the June debate hosted by CNN. Will it be these two again, consolidating their positions? Mr. Kennedy cites recent reports.
Biden's campaign staffers, during their phone call with CNN, as reported by the Washington Post, said specifically that CNN needed to use criteria to determine who was going to be on the stage. That would keep me off the stage.
The campaign has filed that charge with the Federal Election Commission. But will that change anything?
We're on uncharted territory. We've never had this kind of seriousness of a dispute arise. And it's not quite clear what the result might be if the FEC concludes that CNN has breached what its standards are.
The Biden and Trump campaigns did not respond to a request for comment. Jeremy Lee reporting.